Why am I hearing a motorboat? Oh, that's why.
I can't trust what you hear though, Ron, because half the time you hear something or don't hear something, and it's I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, we're talking about starting the second half of this exciting Glacier Peak soccer game here.
Oh wait, I got to put number 2 up there on the scoreboard.
This will be the next 40 minutes of play here. Hopefully something got adjusted at halftime here. It looks like aggressively they came right out of the gate.
Well, that's some.
So if you were in the locker room at halftime, you'd probably heard the coach getting really excited about getting more strength on offense and more aggressive on offense. So
now they got a locker room down here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is that tent out there.
Yeah. They got a lock in there. That's what they call it, a locker room. All right, got an attempt here from a defensive play. Let's see if he can lay this up in front of the goal just right. He's going all the way to the goal. Oh
boy, that was close.
Went for far post corner. If he'd have dropped it in the corner, I don't think the goalie would have got it. But
now you see, that's what I'm talking about. That ball, it looked like a wiffle ball. When it got over there, it just kind of whoop.
Yeah, you had a little banana curve on that.
Banana curve. Now that's a new term. I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
Is that official?
That's official. Yeah. Happens in golf too.
Oh, you can get a banana curve in golf.
Yeah. Banana, right?
Well, but at least it's not like earlier this week you had the can of corn.
Yeah. By the way, the can of corn, I found out what that was. You asked me about that, and this is a soccer game, so we'll talk about the can of corn when we do the baseball game next week. But I'll explain to you what that was all about.
The can of corn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out there in the outfield, and here comes the ball. He says, "Oh, it's a can of corn." I'm like, "What in the world's a can of corn?"
We'll tell you next week at football or baseball.
Yeah, see, you don't even know what to score. We ought to have Tori up here talking in the background.
Yeah, Tori can talk.
She'd know what's happening. Well, these guys next to you, they know.
Oh, they know what's going on. We know what's going on. It's just a lot of banging around here.
Banging around?
Yep. Not a lot of passing, a lot of kicking and banging. This is supposed to be a passing finesse sport, and there's a lot of running into each other and a lot of kicking to nowhere. So you're seeing some aggression on the Glacial part, a lot of pushing and shoving going on over there. And
maybe I should say something like Mongo's in Clearview.
Yeah.
Go have a sandwich there.
Yeah, we should have stopped there for dinner before this game since we didn't do the baseball game. It got rained out. There we got the ball in front of the goal, and that was not a good thing to do. He should have just dropped it over his head instead of shooting a wild kickoff to the left there. But these kids get excited down there and think they can shoot a goal.
Well, I'm excited up here.
I'm glad you're getting excited. I'm getting excited. The game's getting excited. We're in the second half.
And we're spending more time down here.
Yeah. Jeez.
I'll tell you one thing, that camera work is really good. They're
amazing. Yeah. All right. Getchel on a little bit of a charge here. There's a third ball to nobody, and the goalie's coming all the way out. Wow. Nicely done.
Ooh, that was good. I'm always thinking they're going to go home with a headache after the day.
Yeah, I see a little more aggressive on the part of the Grizzlies here. See a little more aggression on the part of the fans.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. Come on, get aggressive. Oh, he's got some nice green shoes on. I bet you picked that up on camera. Really nice.
Yeah.
Look at those things. They're almost like they're electric. Are they turned on? Is those actually like lights on those shoes?
No, they're just fluorescent green. They shine.
Boy, those are good-looking shoes. I'd like to have a pair of shoes like that.
No.
What do you think a pair of shoes like that costs, Ron?
About $125 to $150.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
$125 for those green shoes?
Yeah.
George should have a couple of those pairs.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Nice ball up in front of the goal there by Getchel, and a header into the goal.
Oh.
And that's a score. I'm not sure which one of those kids did that. I thought it was actually off of White, but it's one of these two right out here. The kid with his hands up, I think, the smaller one.
Can we just call it? It's number 6. Number 6? We'll just try it. First goal from Marysville, Getchel, number 600 Wood.
Goal by Hunter Wood is the call.
And you know how to push the one button on this thing to make that thing go.
All right, now you're helping George out there with the scoreboard?
Put the scoreboard. I got to get the score up here. Well, that's exactly what the Glacier Peak Grizzlies didn't want to happen. They wanted to come out aggressive and be the one to score, and they got scored on with a nice shot into goal.
Well, they certainly came out more aggressive.
They did. This is a game of lucky bounces sometimes. Look at him cheat up there because the ref's not watching. He moved that ball 10 yards further upfield. If you had a linesman here, they'd make him not do that. But they get away with it.
I thought it looked completely appropriate.
It's what you get away with in this game sometimes.
Well, they didn't throw a flag, so we're good.
Oh, nobody was watching. The referee was down there where he should be.
What was that tackle over there?
We'll see what happens. It's going to be against Getchel.
Can you do that? Just run a bunch of people in there and kind of roll around with the ball?
Well, in this case, no, because he got called for it, so it becomes a free kick for the Grizzlies. And see if he can lay this up there on about the 10-yard line somewhere.
Free kick.
And he does. And somebody can get Getchel gets in front of it first.
Where's my boy Branson? Is he out there somewhere?
Yeah, he's on the far side.
6.
There's a breakaway. That's another shot on goal, and that was wide. And I'm not sure that wasn't offside, but the referee linesman didn't call that. So
Offsides? I thought you said everybody can go everywhere.
yeah, but you can't get out in front of the ball if you're the offensive player. If you're the offensive player, you can't get out in front of the ball. In other words, he can't run down here and wait down here on the 10-yard line for somebody to kick him the ball. He has to go with the ball.
You mean if you're a certain number on the team? Because there's a lot of guys that are ahead of the ball.
Oh, if you're the offense. If you're the offensive player, you can't get out ahead of the ball.
Okay, I'm still completely lost on that. Help me out with that, George. What is that? Because
all right, so watch this now. See this number 9 out here?
Yeah.
If he had taken off down there and got behind the Grizzlies before the ball got there, he would have been offside. So he can't run down and stand in front of the goalie and wait for the ball behind the Grizzly players.
All right. There we go. See, now that's working.
Has to be a Grizzly player between him and the ball.
And not just the goalie.
Not just the goalie, right.
Well, because that would be a great strategy for me. I'd want to run a bunch of people down there and say, wait for the ball.
Yeah.
That's
why you can't do that.
I like that. I think that they should be able to wait for the ball. But you'd have a little bit more scoring.
It's kind of like 3 seconds in the key away.
Oh, yeah, 3 in a key kind of deal?
Yeah, you don't want to stack everybody down underneath the basket.
Yeah.
What's your position? Where do you want the ball to start forward?
Ooh, boy. This...
It's still confusing, isn't it? Guess we don't have a blue line pass. That would make it really tough.
Yeah, that's well, and that's right too. You think there'd be icing, but what would it be? What do you got? Well, icing is when they run the puck all the way down, right?
We're gonna have icing here tonight. It's gonna get really cold.
You guys call hockey games too?
No, hockey's not a game. That's a fist fight.
Oh yeah, see.
It is.
Here's another shot on goal by Getchel, and right to the goalie.
That's for us for Glacier Peak being more aggressive. That's a lot of shots on goal.
It seems like Getchel's out here more aggressive tonight. Yeah, they've had 2 good shots on goal, and one of them went in. If I was a coach over there, I think I'd be pulling somebody out that I didn't like the way they were playing.
Who would
talk to them?
I think they're all. Oh,
good defense. Stop that run.
So it might be fielding. Could it be a fielding? Like if it was icing, it could be fielding for soccer.
Suggest that for a new rule.
That's what I'm saying. I think that there should be
fielding.
Yeah.
Terminology change. Lucky we had a defender in the center there. Nice defense. by Grizzlies. Now there, see if number 9 gets way behind down there, he would have gotten flagged for being offsides.
But they don't throw a flag. They just lift
No,
the flag.
this guy on the sideline lifts his flag. Yeah.
I'm glad it's only his flag that he lifts.
Yeah. I didn't say flap. I said
Flag.
flag.
You just don't know. I mean, flags and fielding and icing and I don't know. It's a lot of confusing terms there.
Yeah.
I don't understand what.
Well, you're a rookie. You need to figure this out eventually.
Well, you could probably bring the rule book with me next time, and I could look some of these things up.
Yeah.
Because can't get out ahead of the ball, or can't get ahead of the offense. Can't get ahead of the ball. I don't.
Yeah.
That just is. I don't understand. I mean, that's like saying
Yeah.
that your receiver can't get out ahead of the tackle. I don't.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good analogy because if you were playing football, then the football player couldn't get behind the defensive end or defensive back. But in football, you can.
I get
Soccer.
tired here though because I see all this run all over the place, and that seems like there should be a little something more reward for that.
Yeah, it should be more scoring.
Here we're at 60 minutes almost, and we've got one score. That's a lot of exercise for.
Yeah. Well, soccer's an interesting game. It's a fun game to play. It's a hard game to watch for a lot of people because it's not a lot of things that they can appreciate that's going on in the game. But from a fan base standpoint, if I had anything to do about it, I'd make the goal 20 feet wider and 10 feet high so that there's plenty of time to get more goals.
Or give them a time limit. What is it? Baseball, they came up with something. You can't just stand around in the pitch and in the box.
Oh. Well, you got pitch, so yeah. All baseball's a little boring at times too, but.
Well, not two, because this is not boring. I'm saying that the baseball, they had something about you have to pitch within so much time or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they got a little bit of a time limit, but.
You got that rule in golf too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of golf, I don't know if you follow golf, but there's a 14-year-old kid who just made the cut at the Masters, for crying out loud.
And he's from Glacier Peak?
No.
No, in the Masters.
The Masters.
14 years old. He's from China. And he got a one-stroke penalty for delaying between shots.
Yeah. And still qualified.
Still qualified.
Delaying between shots, what would that be? Just
Taking
like
too much
taking a
time.
coffee break or something?
Taking too much time, yeah.
Like the pitcher in baseball.
Yeah.
There's a wide pass. If he can hang on to that, we got a chance to get back in the center here for the Grizzlies. There's a shot in the center. Where's the midfielder? It's behind him. There's going to be a shot up to mid. You got to take that shot, man.
Oh.
That's going to get a corner. Now let's see if they can do this corner right. Fans are getting anxious, getting excited here.
I hear them out there. They
happen.
sound like they're going to get some pitchforks or something.
Yeah. Well, the more the fans get excited, the better the kids play. Don't you know that? So, get them fired up here.
Well, it'd be like baseball the other day. They were pounding on the side of the shack there.
Yeah.
Well, that was Meadowdale.
Yeah.
They weren't happy about that one call there. So.
All right. Good
Here it
corner
goes.
kick.
Come
right
on.
up there. And a Getchel header on that one.
Oh, I like the arm on the back there. That's good stuff there.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't play it out of bounds.
That's not legal.
No, actually,
I have a hard time with how many lines we have on the field.
Riley Cameron was standing out of bounds when he was looking to receive that pass. I'm not sure he
Does
did.
somebody realize how many lines are down there? I mean, how do you know? You got the yellow and the white line.
They know which line to look
Probably
at.
the blue light special line down there somewhere.
The 3-point line and everything else down there, right?
What do they do? Yeah, they got. Oh, see now, he's talking to the ref down there. Told him not to raise his flag so high or something.
No, I don't know what he's doing.
His flag is kind of flapping in the wind there. Oh, there he raised it.
Yeah, he's saying which way the ball's going. So. And if you notice, I'll give you a little primer here on soccer. This linesman on this side of the field, he only runs from this 50-yard line down to that goal end. The linesman on the other side runs from the 50-yard line down to the other goal end on the far side down there. So they only work half the field on each side.
But they could work the whole field.
They could. They'd probably like to because they'd get warmer if they did. They only run half the field. Don't ask me why.
Well, because that's why I was thinking that there was some kind of a fielding rule. Because, they can't get ahead of it.
The only reason I can understand they do that is so that they don't have a controversy between one linesman calling something different than the other one. But basically all he's supposed to call is whether the word...
linesman. You're talking about the ref guy?
Yeah, this guy down here on the sideline, yeah.
In the yellow.
In the yellow, yeah, he's the linesman.
I didn't know if he maybe was on the team.
No, he works for the official guy.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Now, does he have a whistle?
No, he only has a flag. And he can raise his flag and the referee can ignore him if he wants to.
So really, there's just one guy in the middle. He has a whistle.
He's the captain of the ship. He's in full charge.
He just can pretty much just make all the calls there.
And if he doesn't like what the linesman is talking about, he can ignore him.
Well, I wasn't really liking what the linesman called that last one there because it looked like it was the right, different direction.
Well, here's a nice throw-in for Marysville down here by their goal, and a good throw-in might result in a good shot on goal attempt down here. And up in front of the goal, if there's a foot to find it, this foot's going to be found by the Grizzly boys.
Okay, so now we've got all kinds of offensive guys that are ahead of the ball. Oh, not ahead of the green people, though.
Yeah. So see right here where these two, if this guy's run behind him now, he can't do that.
Just seems like a good play to me.
Yeah, it's a next good play. Eliminate that rule, there might be more scoring in this game.
Oh, that looked like tripping there or something.
Yeah. He got called for it, so... Wow, they get the ball down there. Wow. Good defense by Getchel. Another good defense by Getchel. They're taking the ball away from these Grizzlies. I think they'd probably get a little frustrated down there that they're not getting more shots on goal. I know I would if I would be down there.
Well, it seems. I hope they didn't come into this looking past Getchel because that would have been a mistake.
Definitely. They're already behind the 8 ball here.
We see it time and time again with varsity sports. Boy, they'll come into a game and they just look past whoever that team is.
There's a little wide shot on goal back there. So as you can tell, coming out this second half, Getchel has become more aggressive than the Grizzly players. So whatever was said in halftime was said louder in the Marysville Getchel locker room tent, as you call it.
I'm getting hungry.
You getting hungry? You want to go down to Fred's after the game?
I do want to go down to Fred's and get some kind of a sandwich and one of those loggers.
One of those loggers?
They got a whole pile of beers down there.
Yeah,
on tap.
They got Black Butte Porter down there, my favorite.
I
could go for that.
You can kind of taste that.
Yeah, nice caramely, chalky black.
Oh,
that's a little bit long shot there, onto the goalie. He could have let that go out of bounds. But
that was almost fielding.
Yeah,
I like that. I think I'm just going to add that to our to the broadcast for.
Yeah, that was not a good shot by the goalie. Kicked it clear out of bounds.
But he kicked it way down here, though.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to give it back to the Grizzlies here at midfield. There's a substitution here for the Grizzlies. He's got to turn around for us to get his number.
21.
Yeah,
Michael.
Substitution for Glacier Peak, number 21, Michael McKinney.
McKinney.
16.
Was there 2 subs?
And Peter Vizzoni, number 16.
Peter Vizzoni? Yes, he's not related to the people that developed the Zamboni.
That's the little Italian boy. Let's see what they can do. All right, well, the 21's a forward, so he's going to be charged to get up there and try to score. Let's see if that substitution makes a little big difference here for the Grizzlies.
I'll tell you, the thing about this, Ron, is that, you start kind of getting a little bit of a feel for it, and it just seems like the Grizzlies are not quite, I don't know.
Well, just like that, they almost gave up the pass inbounds there and did give it up finally.
I get a little chippy down there.
Yeah. Oh, we got the ball taken away. And somebody's going to get called with they're going to call that against the Grizzlies, and that's going to be a free kick from about 12 yards off the goal. This could be very dangerous for Glacier Peak right here. So what you'll find out here now is he's going to spot the ball right there about the 12-yard line where he's standing, and then the Grizzlies are going to line up 10 yards away from that ball between him and the goal and try to prevent him from shooting it straight in.
Is that a 10-yard rule?
It's a 10-yard rule, yep. And most kids will try to cheat on that, and then the referee will make them back up. So you see them all lined up there so they can't shoot in straight. What he wants to do is drop it right over his head into the goal like that, but it's a little bit high. But he was trying to just loft it into the goal.
I like how that kid was running by there. What was that, like a little diversion?
Well, he was actually trying to decide to have him pass it to him. So the best thing to do on that is to, as close as he is to drop it over the top into one of your players, coming in from the side, and he can like catch it on his head and drop it in.
Oh, somebody's looks like they're. Oh, there he's back up.
So here we go with another attempt, and he almost going to get called for that. And get players down. He's going to get called again. There's going to be another free kick for Getchel. This one is a little more serious. He's going to lay down on the ground for a while. Yeah, he's up on his feet now, so he's all right. So the same thing again, 10 yards from the ball. They're going to line up. And of course, we have 10-yard lines.
Get that camera on the goal.
Now, if he does this right, he'll drop it in there behind those kids to his own players, and they'll get a chance to do it. There he is. He dropped it in there, but it didn't get it quite far enough. It was a good idea, really good idea. Strong defense. And that ball is going to go out the end line, I think, because he's going to call a goal kick, right?
That was kind of like the A Wesco play of the game there when they didn't get that quite up over the top. It was a little bit stinky.
Yeah, wasn't quite good. Well, we're into the final fourth quarter of the game, which we're down to 19 minutes left
Fourth
to go.
Quarter?
Yeah.
Is there a quarter?
Yeah, it's a half, but it's half of the half.
So half of the half is the quarter, which would be the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so it's down to 18 minutes left to go in this game. Glacier Peak's still down 1-0, and looking like they're still getting beat on the field most of the time. So,
I think the difference is going to wind up being the lack of luster in the first half for the Grizzlies.
There's a nice feed out to the right wing. See if we can get a shot up in center here. Somebody should be there all the way across to the wide, back to center. That's a shot on goal, and that is not how you score goals. You got two guys in the middle that's on your team that you need to pass to. So, why are we stopping the clock?
3 just came in, I think. Who's this right here? 9. And why we stopped the clock? For what?
He gave a clock stop indication.
Because you had to chase the ball? Okay, you can turn it on now.
Oops. Thanks, Ron.
I didn't know George.
You're helpful.
Well, George has to peek
Number
around.
9, Nick Coombs.
George has to peek around the corner there to see what's
Nick
going on.
Coombs. That's for Glacier Peak.
Yeah.
Nick Coombs.
Has Getchel? They haven't switched anybody.
Not this half yet. I haven't seen.
Wow.
That's another thing about soccer. They don't do a lot of substitution like they do in basketball. Basketball, you can see kids come in and out for 2 or 3 minutes and back in again. And in soccer, you play 20 minutes or so, and then you go out and you stay out. Somebody else plays for 20 minutes.
Oh boy, they're excited out there now. I heard some screaming or something.
Well, they're trying to make something happen.
It's-
Like all fans of all sports, they think they make things happen.
I think they do because
But you got to have the right scarf and the right beer and the right recliner.
oh, no, there's no beer here because we're at the.
No, the
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that's
Well, if you're at home.
this
You
isn't
have your-
veterans. I mean,
No, I'm not. I'm talking about being at home. You can be
Oh,
home
yeah.
with your beer. You know?
oh yeah, okay.
And you got to have the right beer. You know. Like that Black Butte Porter from Fred's. We're going to get a little later here.
That's what I. That's a good lead in there, Ron.
Yeah. So. All right, you got Grizzlies numbers here. If you can get up, see you got numbers. You got 4 on 3. If you can get the ball up there.
It's getting exciting.
Yeah.
They're going back and forth now. It's getting a little physical out there.
Yeah, well, it can. Get the ball up in the center. Got the ball blocked.
Of course, there's not as many lights up here at Glacier Peak as there is down there at Veterans, so sometimes it's not as easy to
There's
see.
a shot on goal, but
Oh,
wide.
boy, that was. They got the green shoe guy down there.
Yeah.
Man, I like those shoes. You know, they sell sporting goods down there at McDaniel's. I wonder if they have green shoes down there. What do you think?
I doubt they have any soccer shoes down there except maybe for kids. But you got to go down there and take a look.
I bet they got a soccer ball.
I bet they got soccer balls, though. Sure.
We've got a player.
Oh, player coming on for Getchel.
All right. We have first substitution for Getchel that we've noticed here so far while we get the ball back. So, number 18. It's Tanner Sugar.
Substitution.